Hello, welcome back. It's time for week 6 NFL predictions. Since I last filmed, the Eagles have lost 2 games in a row. They've burned me twice. But anyways, today we have some games. 12 games today, 2 games tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get into some of my picks. The first game we got is the Broncos versus the Jets. The Broncos are 3-2. The Jets are 0-5. Denver's favored by 7 points. The Jets have everyone active, but they just suck. And I'm gonna have to agree with this, the books on this one, and take the Denver Broncos to beat the New York Jets. The next matchup, that's a London game, by the way. So that's at 9:30 a.m. So probably it's early right now, but I'm gonna take a nap before I post this. So around when I post this, honestly. Then we got the LA Rams 3-2 versus the Baltimore Ravens 1-4, and the Rams are favored in this matchup because Lamar Jackson is out, and so I'm going to have to agree with that again, just because the Lamar injury is it stunts the Ravens a lot and really makes the offense harder to run, and so for that reason, I'm going to have to take the Baltimore or the LA Rams to beat the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore today. That will be a good matchup, but I do just think they'll win it. The next matchup on the schedule, 2-1 Dallas Cowboys versus the 2-3 Panthers. And I'm gonna take Dak and the Cowboys just because Bryce Young is. I just don't think the Panthers' offense has any spark plugs that are any good at all. And Dallas is mostly healthy for the most part, besides CeeDee Lamb, who's out with an ankle injury, but they are mostly good to go for the game. So I do think that that's a good bet to take Cowboys to win. And then the next matchup, the 4-1 Colts, who knew, versus the 2-3 Cardinals. Obviously, I'm gonna have to back Indiana Jones and the Colts. For some reason, Daniel Jones goes to the Colts. Turned into an MVP candidate. Daniel Jones sucked last year, but now he's 5th in passing yards per game, 3rd in passing yards overall, 6 passing touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, 3 rushing touchdowns. Like, you somehow just turned into such a great quarterback while Kyler Murray is questionable. He only has 962 passing yards, which is barely top 20, 3 interceptions, 6 TDs, and only 1 rushing TD, so he has not been great this year, so I'm going to take the Colts. Next matchup, we have the Seahawks versus the Jaguars. The Seahawks are 3-2. The Jaguars are 4-1. And so I am going to take the Jaguars and trust their records. They're slight underdogs. And by underdogs, I mean they are not favored by like 1 or 2 points here. So I'm going to trust them to win this game. It doesn't seem to have any injuries. I mean, Brenton Strange is out, but like he's not a major factor. And on Seattle's side, they're all okay. They're all ready to rock. So at a perfectly healthy matchup, I do think Trevor Lawrence could win this one in a shootout and give the win back to the Jaguars, who are also playing at home, which I think has to have some factor into my decision here. Next matchup, Chargers vs. Dolphins. Chargers. Thank you, next. Next matchup, Browns vs. Steelers. Pittsburgh favored by 6 points. Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers comes through and wins this game. They had their bye last week, so they're 3-1, while the Browns are 1-4. The Browns just suck so bad. They got one lucky win, so I don't see a world where the Browns pull through multiple games like that. So I'm going to have to take the Steelers to win. Our next matchup, we have the 1-4 Saints versus the 3-2 Patriots. I'll take the Patriots. They just beat the Bills. They're rolling high. They're favored by 4. Drake May is looking great, and they're playing a team that's not really good in the Saints, who are 1-4. Their only win came last week, 2 weeks ago, against the Giants. Last week against the Giants, and Alvin Kamara might not play, so I'm gonna have to roll with that prediction. And move on to the next matchup. I just think that Drake May is too good for that Steelers defense. And he's not even that good, but the Steelers just suck so bad. So that's what I'll be taking. Moving on to the 4 o'clock games with the 1-4 Tennessee Titans, who just beat the Cardinals. Wow, they suck. The Cardinals really do suck. Versus the 1-4 Las Vegas Raiders, who got blown out by the Colts and beat. Who did the Raiders beat? Raiders started 1-0 and lost 4 straight. So momentum wise, I'm gonna give this one to Tennessee, and also they got Cam Ward, rookie QB. I just want to roll with, what might be right in Cam Ward and see how that goes for me. So we're gonna roll with the Tennessee Titans to beat the Las Vegas Raiders, and then the next matchup, the 4-1 49ers versus the 4-1 Buccaneers. Somehow the 49ers, who have been missing Brock Purdy for a while now, I think yeah. They're still winning games. Even though Mac Jones is questionable with the knee injury, if he plays, they are really good. Bucky Irving is out. Mike Evans is out. Chris Godwin is out. Oh, that's also interesting. I'm still going to take Tampa just because I feel like, they're just way better of a team than the Niners, and they're slight favorites. But that is some big injuries for them that they'll have to work through. But I think Baker Mayfield has the ability to fight through this adversity and win this game, regardless of if he has his number 1 and number 2 targets. And I just think the Niners are not that good for a 4-1 team. I think they might be one of the worst 4-1 teams. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win that game. Our next 4 o'clock game is the 2-1-1 Packers hosting the 2-3 Bengals. The Bengals are Joe Burrow-less. Ja'Marr Chase is questionable, and they just are not good without Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got injured in one game here. Wait. Last time Joe Burrow played a full game, the last time Joe Burrow played a full game, they won the game. Since then, they have not won a game. They've lost their last 3 games, and the Packers are favored by 15 points, and I don't even think that's that ridiculous because Jake Browning is really just that bad. So I will be obviously backing the 2-1-1 Green Bay Packers in this matchup. And then our last matchup of the day, 8 p.m., 4-1 Lions, 2-3 Chiefs. Chiefs light favorites over the Detroit Lions, surprisingly, with an over-under of 48.5 points. Chiefs fully healthy on the offense, and so is the Detroit Lions. Defensively, the Lions have a few injuries. DJ Reed's out. Terrion Arnold is out. But other than that, they got some questionable players, but they'll probably play. The Chiefs are just fully healthy, so that makes sense why they're slight favorites, but I don't really care. The Lions are a better team with or without these injuries, so I'll back the Lions, Detroit, to win this game. And then that brings us to Monday Night Football. The first matchup at 7:15 p.m. is the 4-1 Buffalo Bills, led by none other than Josh Allen versus the 2-2 Michael Penix led Falcons. I don't know how this matchup came to be on Monday Night Football, but I don't think it's that interesting. I'm gonna give it to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills by a lot, by like a lot of points, and so I think they're gonna win the game and blow them out. Then the second Monday Night Football game is a rematch of the 2-2 Bears and the 3-2 Commanders from last year at 8:15. If you remember, this is the one where the cornerback was celebrating in the end zone that they won, and that Jaden Daniels threw up a Hail Mary that was caught by Noah Brown off the tip, and they won the game off that. So they celebrated too early. So I'm going to take Chicago to get their get back tomorrow. Caleb Williams to get his get back on Jaden Daniels and give the Eagles sole possession of the NFC East for now. That is what we'll be taking today. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I hope I get all my predictions right, and goodbye.